Well, Zach, let me ask you first of all how you are. It's been over a year that you've been out. Extraordinary, really, in lots of ways. I know that you had the Demetrius Andrade fight lined up. Is it just because of that you've been out that long?
Yeah, it's been a frustrating year this last year. Obviously, no fault of my own, been inactive. No fault of my own or my team. But yeah, obviously had the Andre fight in the summer at Pride Park and didn't go through because he said he had a shoulder injury. But I never seen really any scans or nothing. I just don't think he wanted to fight, to be fair. And then it got called up again because we had to wait around to see what he was doing with his injury and whatever.
Mm.
And then he said it's nowhere to be seen, to be fair. But right now, obviously, me and John Ryder, it makes out for a lot better fight, I reckon. The Andrade fight, I reckon he'd have been running, making it awkward. And you know what you get with John. He's going to come home, be in your face, and try and have a tear up, innit? So, yeah, it should make out for a lot better fight for the fans.
But I remember speaking to you at the time when the fight was going to go ahead at Pride Park, and you were absolutely made up.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you put it down to from him? I mean, is it? Do you feel he ran away from you? He didn't like your style, didn't like the look of you. He felt overmatched against you. Maybe that it was going to be a hard night. That he didn't want to travel. All those things. I mean, and
Yeah,
I know how frustrated you must have felt over it.
that's it. Yeah, there's a lot of points, what you just said, what pro added to it. Obviously, he was coming up in weight. He probably didn't have a look at me at first, I don't think, and then he's had a little watch or whatever, seen how like awkward and I can hit with both hands, like I've said before. And
And
then
you're a
obviously,
giant in the division as well, physically.
yeah, that's it. And obviously, he probably thought it would probably be over in America or something like that in his backyard, but he had to come over to here because obviously Frank did his job and got over here. So yeah, it's a lot of little points what added up into the obviously conclusion what he had to pull out.
What have you managed to do in the year behind the scenes in the gym, developing that has made you a better fighter going into this now?
Yeah, obviously at first it was against Andre. He is Southport, so that's been good. I've had sparring support Southport sparring last couple. I've had two, to be fair, two training camps. It's
Yeah.
mad to think how long it is. It's been over a year now I've boxed, but I feel like I'm a better fighter and just become a dad. So that adds into it now, doesn't it? So yeah. Uh,
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a mad feeling, to be fair. Makes you grow up quick being a dad and change how you think of life, and obviously it gives you that extra push when training gets hard. And then obviously hopefully it helps out when I fight.
Well, also, you've been around to help. How old is your son or daughter, did you say?
It's a daughter, we call her little Nova. Bless her. She's tiny. But yeah, she was born on Halloween, so only a couple of weeks old.
Okay,
But
fantastic.
yeah, my missus had been doing all night feeds, but I'm sure after 26 she's going to grab her. Yeah, it's your turn now. So yeah, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot after my fight.
I'm sure you'll make a fantastic dad anyway. There's no doubt about
Yeah,
that.
so, yeah,
So, um, like you say, you are here now. You've got the fight week on Saturday. It's a terrific matchup. And it also allows you, we all know what John did against Callum Smith, for example. I mean, I think I scored that night around for John in that fight, around to him against Callum. Very close fight. Callum obviously went on to be the number one super middleweight in the world at the time, and then he lost to Canelo. It's a really good fight, as good as Demetrius Andrade, really, to mark where you are in the division.
that's it. Yeah, like you said, he's been in there with a lot of top guys, lots of Colin Smith, Billy Joe.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dan Jacobs, his last fight. He's been in there with a lot of top opposition, but he's come up short against a lot of them as well. Obviously, the Colin Smith fight, like you said, it was a close fight. But when you're fighting the champions and you can't make it close, you got to go out there and put a clinic on there and even get a stoppage a lot of the times. So yeah, if it's a close fight, it's always going to go the champion's way, isn't it? In this day and age. But yeah, obviously his last fight he had a good win against Danny Jacobs, but yeah, I think he had his prime night against Cam Smith, which I think Cam Smith had probably one of his worst nights, and John Ryder one of his best nights. So yeah, um, it's coming down. I think he's at his prime and it's coming down a bit now. His last fight was a bit up and down. Obviously, he started off slow, but he did get into the fight at the end with Dan Jacobs. But I think Dan Jacobs ain't the same fighter what he was when he fought the likes of Golovkin and Canelo. And when he was at middleweight, he was a lot better fighter. So yeah, we're here now. He said in a press conference that it's his last chance saloon. So I've got to be ready for the best John Ryder, because you don't know what's going to come out, what he's going to come out like. So yeah, I've just got to be the best version of myself, and that should beat it.
I mean, obviously, he does come forward. He's southpaw, like you said. Have you enjoyed the southpaw sparring in the last couple of camps, and getting your jab working there over theirs, and getting your right hand out, and working your way into those angles?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, obviously the Andre fight, I had two Americans in sparring, but bit of a different style. Obviously, I've got Tyler Denny, who's just had a good win against Brad Ray. He's been sparring. It's perfect sparring for likes John Max. He's a southpaw, but he's a come forward southpaw, like puts on you. So yeah, it's been really good sparring him. And there's a couple others, but I get the gist of southpaw anyway. I'm a switch hitter myself. I know what shots to take when the opportunity is there to get at. So yeah, I'm quite good with southpaws. But to be fair, I've been told this last couple of interviews that I've never boxed a southpaw since I've been professional. So that's another statistic. I didn't even know that either. But I do. I like sparring or boxing southpaws. I did in amateurs as well. So yeah, it should make out for a great fight.
And when you look at you both physically, obviously he's quite hench. You've got very big height and reach advantages in this fight. Do you want to press those to your advantage?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, whenever there's an advantage there, you got to take it. To be fair, he's good at being a small guy. He uses that as his advantage. So yeah, I've just got to be switched on, and if I box to my game plan properly, I'm sure I'll come out victorious, or even a late stoppage. We'll just have to wait and see. All I've got to do is be switched on, because I can't be looking ahead to these massive fights, obviously with Canelo and stuff like that. But this is the biggest fight of my life so far, so I've got to be switched on.
I mean, you talk about Canelo there. Obviously, the WBO interim title's on the line here, so victory really puts you in a fantastic position for next year, doesn't it?
100%. Obviously, we don't know what Canelo's going to do, but if I get this win against John, I'm being interim world title, and if Canelo wants to go up again to fight Bivol to get that revenge, he'll have to vacate, won't he? And I'll get made straight world champion. So this is pretty much a world title fight in itself, and there's some massive fights out there in the world stage. You look at the likes of Benavidez and Plant; they're going to get on for the interim WBC. So yeah, there's some massive fights to go over to obviously America, USA, and live it up in maybe Vegas or something.
Plant and Benavidez, terrific matchup, as you say. Who do you see? I mean, I would pick Benavidez in that. I think he's one of the unsold fighters of the division at the moment. Again, you against him matches up as a brilliant fight.
Yeah, that's it's going to be a great fight with them two. Plant's coming off a really big win, obviously, against Durrell. Big knockout, which you don't usually get. But it's a pick and fight, really, because Benavidez is going to be going forward at him, use his size. He's another big lad, to be fair. There's a lot of us what are quite tall. It's just he uses it a bit different. He comes forward with it and tries to impose stuff. But Plant's a master boxer, so it's a really pick and fight. You don't know who's going to win that one.
Would it be a dream to get Canelo over here to fight you, though, or to go over there and fight him as well?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you always. For me, I always dream of just winning the world title, going for a world title, and then with Canelo, it adds that extra bit of spice in it. Obviously, one of the best pound for pound in the last generation, in it. So yeah, it just adds that little bit extra. But you've seen his last couple of fights. Obviously, Bivol, we lost to Bivol, and then in his last fight against an age Golovkin, he didn't look the best. So yeah, I think he's there to be beaten in a minute.
Cool. Well, listen, we wish you all the best of luck against John Ryder. Can't wait for the fight. November the 26th, of course. Go well. And, well, congratulations on being a papa as well. Brilliant stuff.
Thank you very much, Gareth.
Cheers. Great to see you. Thanks
Awesome,
very much. Cheers, Zach.
Mate.